Hello everyone, I am Sheena Dalton and welcome back to my channel. So today I want to talk to you guys about something that is very near and dear to my heart. Potty training. Yes, so we went through this process a couple months ago, and I just wanted to give you guys 5 tips or tricks, whatever you want to call it, that might be able to help you on your potty training journey with your toddler. So for us, it was one of the most challenging parts, I feel like, of parenthood. Like, having a child is like 1 minute you are good to go, you're finding your groove, and then the next minute is like, what happened? It's always something new popping up. As soon as you master one thing, boom, it's another thing ready to go, and you have to prepare for it. We found ourselves like even asking, like, on Facebook, asking everyone we knew who had a child who went through this journey, like, hey, we need some tips and tricks because this is kicking our butt. So I wrote down 5 tips that I want to give to you guys, just in case you need some help, or you're like me, was out there like searching for anything that will help with potty training. And I know every child is different, so you're gonna have to try different things. So let's go ahead and get into the video. All right, guys, so the first tip I have for you: get on the same page with your partner. So basically, you guys want to sit down and decide what method is going to work best for your household. So moms sometimes are maybe staying at home full time and taking care of the children. Dad could be working full time and, providing. So obviously the way they potty train, that's going to be different than the mom and the dad who are both working. Kids going to daycare, that's going to be a whole different ball game. So make sure you guys kind of decide what method is going to work best for you, and how much time do you have to invest into potty training, because it's not like this one and done thing. It's a repetitive thing. It's consistent, and a lot of patience and a lot of time goes into it. So make sure you guys have that time to be able to dedicate it to potty training. So that's something you and your partner have to decide together, what method is going to work best for you, so that you both can help each other. Because honestly, sometimes it can be draining. I've questioned myself. I questioned my parenting and everything when I was potty training KJ, because I was like, oh my gosh, I feel like this is one of the hardest part of parenting. Like, it was really hard at first, and I'm not gonna lie, I might have shed a couple tears. I probably did. Kellen probably yelled a couple times. Like, we didn't get it right the first time, but we did utilize the people around us. We even went to Facebook and asked questions. Like, we needed tips, we needed tricks, and there's a lot of moms and even dads who helped us out and gave us some tips that we used. So this is why I'm making this video, just so make sure you guys are on the same page. I think that's the first step you want to take. Get on the same page with each other, and then we can go ahead and jump into number 2. All right, guys, that's tea, by the way. So my number 2 tip for you guys: so make sure you guys are carving out time to do potty training. So for me, what I did was, so I'm off work every other Monday. So I took the weekend. So it was a Friday, of course, you get off work. Friday, it was Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So I took off that Tuesday, Wednesday to give myself like a good amount of time to be able to dedicate to potty training. Now, Callan is self-employed, so he was able to be there as much as he could, but we chose the naked method. And I chose the naked method, and it took Callan a while. To get on board with that. And just like I said in like my first tip, that you and your partner have to be on the same page when it comes to potty training. He was looking at me like I was crazy. Like, you want to what? You want to let our toddler, who is not potty trained, run around our house butt naked, and we have tan couches? Like, are you serious? And I was like, yeah, I'm serious. That's what the book says. So yeah, I had to convince him, like, that I know what I'm doing. Well, not know what I'm doing, but this is what the book says, and I think we should do it. It took a little convincing, but he did hop on board eventually. And the book I read was Oh Crap, It's Potty Training, or I think it's called Oh Crap, Potty Training. It was a really good book. I bought it off Amazon, and it helped. That's what it suggested, a naked method, and in a couple days we were able to get it down pat. Yes, so make sure you guys are carving out a good amount of time. I literally watched my kid for like 5 days straight. Like literally is every move for like 5 days straight when I was potty training. And that time was needed. And it definitely helped. 100% that time was needed for the consistency. We pretty much didn't go anywhere. We kind of like stayed in the house for the most part. Like if I had to go somewhere, Kellen was here, or if Kellen had to go somewhere, I was here. And even I think he did go to his grandparents that Saturday, and it was the same thing. I told them, this is what we're doing. If you guys aren't gonna be on board with what we're doing, we're not going to send them. They were like, no, we got you, send them over. So you have to keep the consistency, the routine, everything the same. And that's what we did. So carving out time, very important. A couple days of 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 4 or 5 days. You're going to, I mean, some people might do it quicker than that, but for us, KJ, it was some work. It took some time and lots of energy and patience. It did. So I think it was like a good 5 days straight that we were like on it, like 100%. So that's your second tip. Carve out time to get potty training done. Tip number 3, guys, give yourself grace. Now you're going to venture off into this new journey of potty training. You're not going to know what you're doing. Your toddler is going to be pooping everywhere, going to be peeing everywhere. This is new territory for them. Brand new territory. They've been peeing and doing number 2 in a diaper since they were born. And now you're literally saying, hey, I want you to stop doing what you've known since the day you were born, and I want you to start doing this. So think about what that's doing to them. They're all messed up. They're like, what is going on? So they're confused. This is not routine for them. They don't like it. It's uncomfortable. So you have to think about it that way. It's going to take a while for them to adjust. And while they are trying to figure it out, and these little people, they are just trying to figure life out right now. And while they're trying to figure that out, it's going to be a process. It's going to take a lot of patience from you. It's going to take you giving yourself grace. It's going to take you just learning how to navigate, especially talking to them. KJ have had accidents where he literally pooped on the carpet. And it was like he would hide. Like he would get so scared he would hide. Not because anyone was going to hit him or anything. He just felt embarrassed. He didn't like, I don't know if he just didn't like it. He got in a corner and was just so scared and looked, oh my gosh. So as a mom and as a dad, we had to comfort him, like telling him, okay, I'm not going to tell him it's okay to poop on the carpet, but I understand, and next time, you know, the poop is going to go in the potty, but it's okay to be sad. It's okay to feel the way you feel right now. Mommy understands that you're not used to doing this. So you have to kind of talk to them and just comfort them and, you know, just be there for them because they're navigating this just as much as you are. This is new territory for both of you, and it's even worse for them. So that's give yourself grace is a big one, and just be very patient with your toddler. Be patient with them and just be there for them because, like I said, this is new territory and this is all new for you guys. Number 4, so tip number 4, and this is one that I had to, I needed all the motivation, all the things for this one. You're not a failure. So if you do try potty training and it doesn't work, it doesn't mean that you're a failure. Your child might just not be ready. Every child is different. My child could be potty trained at 2. Some kids potty train at 18 months, 15 months. Like, it's different for every child. So I want us as parents to stop putting so much pressure on ourselves to like, you got to hit this milestone by then. You got to do this by this age. And people will make you feel like that. I remember I posted a video on Instagram and Facebook. And I think I posted it on TikTok as well. And I pulled up in the driveway and Kellen was sitting on the porch. Kellen is never sitting on the porch. If you know our family, you know Kellen. He's never just outside sitting on the porch. So he had a rough day and he just wanted to see KJ. He wanted to give him a hug. That's his little comfort. That's his best friend. So I pull up in the driveway. I see Kellen sitting there and I'm like, why are you sitting on the porch? You're never sitting on the porch. Like, it was weird. And he was trying to act like it wasn't because of KJ, because he wanted to come give him a hug or just to be in his presence and be with him. So I was laughing at him, joking about it. So he came to the car. He took KJ out the car. So when he took KJ out the car, you can see KJ's diaper. Now, when you saw his diaper, KJ was about 2.5 in that video. And I guess he looked big in the video. And guys, we were in the middle of potty training, but we weren't consistently potty training. Like, we started, but I didn't take off work yet and like hone in on the potty training. So we were kind of still going through the motions where he had to put a diaper on to come home because he wasn't peeing when he was supposed to. So it was a whole thing. So people in the comments, guys, tore me up on the internet. Like, and this is a video that went viral. I'm talking over 1 million views, went viral. And this sweet moment with Kellen and KJ turned into, why does this kid have a diaper on? Oh my gosh, he looks like he's 4 or 5 or 6. Like, y'all need to potty train y'all kid. Parents are lazy. They're this, they're that. And guys, the comments just went on and on and on and on. And it got to, some of them got to me. But I'm a person who do a lot of personal development with myself. Like, I see stuff like that, I start working on me and just how to block that stuff out. And I eventually blocked it out. It's like, these people don't know us, like, at all. So people can be very judgmental. So if your child is not potty trained by a certain age, guys, please do not be hard on yourself. If you're trying, that's all that matters. You're trying. And like I said, every child is different. Do give it your best effort, but don't think you're a failure because your child isn't potty trained at 15 months old. And parents, I'm throwing a little shot here. If your child is potty trained earlier than another parent's child, it's not cool to like throw it in your face. Well, my kid, was potty trained by 15 months or 12 months or whatever it is. Like, you guys know how hard it is being parents. I don't care if you are 2-parent household, it's hard. Even if you just have one child, it is hard. So for someone who knows how hard it is, just being a parent in general, we have to have grace for each other and understand, like, everyone's household is different. Everyone don't have the time. Some people can't even take off a couple days of work to potty train their child because they have to go to work to provide for that child. So give each other grace, and you never know what someone's situation is. So stop judging. So that was me, tip number 4. Woo! Okay, y'all, I had a moment. I had a little flashback right there. That was tip number 4. All right, guys, so last tip number 5. So make sure you guys are on the same page with daycare. So if you're starting potty training at home, make sure you are communicating that with daycare, because they're gonna help you. When KJ started potty training, we actually tried to do underwear. Like, I think it was in the summer. We tried to do underwear. The teachers was helping us 100%, and we realized while we started that he wasn't ready. But they were helping, they were changing him, they were trying to get into the potty as much as they can. So we were all on the same page. So you guys, when we came back home and we kind of worked on it and we felt like we got it, it's 100% or close to, we talked to the teacher. Well, in the morning when I dropped KJ off, I would tell his teacher, hey, so he went to the potty at this time, and he did a number 2 yesterday, or he hasn't done a number 2 in a while, or whatever the case is. You communicate everything that is going on at home, and you try to, because you want to mimic everything. You want them to do exactly what you're doing so that it doesn't throw things off. So it is very, very important to make sure that you guys are communicating with daycare on what you're doing at home, how far you are with the progress. And if you have a really good daycare, they'll probably make it even easier for you because they have like a schedule. I think every 2 hours or whatever the schedule is at daycare, I forgot. They have a set time when they're going to use the potty. So the kids are getting to experience it and use it a lot there. So even when they come home, it's like, okay, same thing. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. So that's very important. Let daycare know exactly what you're doing so you guys are on the same page. So that's tip number 5. All right, so thank you guys for watching my video. I do want to share one last little story with you guys. So if just because your child is potty trained doesn't mean they're not going to have accidents. So that's another thing. They're still going to have accidents. They're still little people. They still sometimes can't hold it very long. If KJ said, I want to use the potty, we're going to the potty right away. Like, you have to like be urgent until they master how to like hold it. He likes to wait until the last second to go to the potty. So whenever he says it, boom, we're on the way. But I remember one day I was home with him. Kellen was at work and we came downstairs. We ate breakfast and I had to run up. He was watching a show on TV. I had to run upstairs and I had to grab a towel out of my bathroom. So KJ, as I'm grabbing the towel, I see my toddler like in my peripheral. He's just standing in the doorway and he said, Mommy, I have to use the potty. And I was like, okay, baby, come on. So we're walking to the bathroom and I just see my kid start going in slow motion. He was walking normal, then he just started going in slow motion. It was literally slow motion. And he wasn't feeling well. So he had, excuse me guys, he had the runs. So he had to go number 2. So he could not hold it. And he had underwear on. So it just started coming down. Mind you, it's just me and KJ in this house. I don't feel good. He don't feel good. And eventually, like, we made it to the bathroom, but it was literally on the mat in the bathroom. And all I saw was just everything just running down his leg, just running down. And he's scared. He's like, no, this is not supposed to happen. He's feeling embarrassed. And I'm like, okay, so you just went everywhere. There's number 2, there's poop all in your underwear. How am I going to get this off of you? So I'm trying to pick him up to put him in the tub, and he hates when the water is running really loud. Like, he gets really scared. I'm not sure why. So he wouldn't get in the tub. So he, like, as I pick him up trying to put him in the tub, KJ wrapped his legs around me. Mind you, there's poop everywhere. It's everywhere. And he wrapped his legs around me. So I have poop all over my hand, all over my legs. So now we're both in the tub. Y'all, when I told you I cried, I sat there and I cried. And this is my potty training child. I just sat there, cried. And then I was just like, after everything happened, y'all, of course I was able to get him cleaned up. I was just dumping water on him and it was just poop going down the tub everywhere. It was a morning from hell. And this is my 100% potty trained toddler. So accidents are going to happen. As a mom, I feel like a lot of times we get the grunt of it. And y'all, they're never going to be this little again. Just laugh through it. Get through it first. Then you're probably going to laugh about it later. And it won't last forever. It will not last forever. We've been enjoying this journey with this kid. Like I said, potty training was one of the most challenging parts of being parents, but we got through it. He's fully potty trained. I actually have some diapers I need to give away because we didn't even make it through a full box of his final like diapers. So you guys will get there. Of course, there are other tips and tricks and methods out there, but I wanted to share that little tidbit with you guys, and I hope you can take something from it. Again, thank you all for watching my video. Sheena Dalton, subscribe, all the things that they say on YouTube, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.